After the great flood of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam, humanity slowly began to spread across the earth once again. Generations passed, and with time, people multiplied, built settlements, and formed powerful tribes. Among these tribes was a mighty nation known as Ad. They lived in a region known as Al-Kahf, a land of vast sand dunes, believed to be in the southern Arabian Peninsula. Allah had blessed them with fertile land, abundant rain, strong bodies, long lifespans, and unmatched physical strength. The people of Ad were giants among men. They were tall, powerful, and fearless. They built towering structures, carved homes into mountains, and erected pillars so magnificent that no civilization of their time could rival them. Allah describes them in the Quran as, "Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with Ad? With Iram of the pillars, the likes of whom had never been created in the land." Surah Al-Fajr verse 6-8. But with power came pride, and with pride came arrogance. The people of Ad began to believe their strength made them invincible. They boasted openly, saying, "Who is stronger than us in power?" Surah Fussilat verse 15. They worshipped idols, turning away from the one who had created them. They used their strength not to uphold justice, but to oppress others. They mocked the weak, ignored the poor, and lived in excess and arrogance. Their cities were grand, but their hearts were empty. So Allah, in His mercy, did not destroy them immediately. Instead, He sent them a messenger from among themselves. Allah chose Prophet Hud alayhi salam, a man of noble character, wisdom, patience, and truth. He was from the lineage of Ad itself, so they knew him well. He was not a stranger, nor an outsider. Prophet Hud alayhi salam stood among his people and called them with compassion. "O my people, worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him." Surah Al-Araf verse 65. He reminded them of Allah's blessings, their strength, their prosperity, their security, their dominance over other nations, and He warned them not to misuse these blessings. He said, "Do you build a landmark on every high place in vanity, and take for yourselves palaces and fortresses, as if you will live forever?" Surah Ashura verse 128-129. Prophet Hud alayhi salam made it clear. He was not asking for wealth. He was not seeking power. He was not gaining status. "I ask you for no reward. My reward is only from the Lord of the worlds." But the people of Ad laughed at him. They said, "Have you come to us so that we may worship Allah alone and abandon what our fathers worshipped?" Surah Al-Araf verse 70. They accused him of being foolish, weak-minded, and misguided. "We see you as foolish, and we think you are a liar." But Prophet Hud alayhi salam responded calmly, "O my people, there is no foolishness in me. Rather, I am a messenger from the Lord of the worlds." He warned them again and again that their arrogance would lead to destruction if they did not repent. Yet they became more defiant. Prophet Hud alayhi salam remained among them for many years. He endured insults, threats, and ridicule. He watched as they grew more corrupt, more proud, and more distant from Allah. They challenged him openly, "Bring us what you threaten us with, if you are truthful." Surah Al-Araf verse 70. They believed nothing could harm them. But Allah is patient, until the time of warning ends. Allah sent the first warning. The rain stopped. Year after year, the skies remained dry. Crops failed. Rivers dried up. Hunger spread across the land. Prophet Hud alayhi salam pleaded with them, "Seek forgiveness from your Lord and repent to Him. He will send rain upon you in abundance, and increase you in strength upon your strength." Surah Hud verse 52. But instead of repenting, they blamed Hud. They turned to idols, begging them for rain. Their hearts were sealed. One day, the people of Ad saw a massive cloud approaching from the horizon. They rejoiced. They shouted, "This is a cloud bringing us rain." But Prophet Hud alayhi salam knew the truth. He said, "No, it is what you were asking to be hastened, a wind in which is painful punishment." Surah Al-Kahf verse 24. The wind began to blow, not a gentle breeze, but a furious, roaring storm. Allah unleashed a howling, freezing wind that lasted 7 nights and 8 days without stopping. And as for Ad, they were destroyed by a screaming, violent wind. Surah Al-Aqaf verse 6. The wind ripped people from the ground, lifting them into the air and smashing them back onto the earth. Their mighty bodies were left lifeless, like hollow trunks of palm trees. Surah Al-Aqaf verse 7. Their towers collapsed. Their palaces vanished. Their strength became dust. Not a single oppressor survived. Allah saved Prophet Hud alayhi salam and the few believers who followed him. So we saved him and those who were with him by mercy from us. Surah Hud verse 58. They were spared because of their faith, humility, and obedience. The story of Prophet Hud alayhi salam is not just history. It is a warning. Strength without gratitude leads to destruction. Pride blinds the heart. Wealth and power do not protect against Allah's decree. Arrogance can erase entire civilizations. Allah reminds us, so we made them a lesson and an example for others. Surah Al-Furqan verse 37. The people of Ad thought they were untouchable, but when Allah's command came, not a single pillar stood. And Prophet Hud alayhi salam stood as a reminder that truth does not need numbers, only sincerity.